K3, I am your teacher. It is May the 4th, everybody. Happy Star Wars Day. Happy Monday. Good to see you all again. Let's get started. Here we go. Get that in focus. And let's sing the good morning song, everybody. While I drink my coffee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Good morning. Good morning.
And how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Santiago. Good morning, Sylvia. Oh, Kia, good morning. Samaje, good morning. Katie, good morning. Tyson, good morning. Alan, good morning. Elias and Phoenix, good morning. Maria, good morning.
Good
Morning. I clap my hands in the morning. I do my dance. Jalen, good morning. Benjamin, good morning. Akila, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. This is gonna be
A wonderful day.
good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Akila, Kenneth, good morning. Walter, good morning. Natalie, good morning. Marvin, good morning. Noah, good morning. Trinity, good morning. Lily, good morning. Giovanni, good morning. Chloe, good morning. Jules, good morning. Seven, good morning. Harry, good morning.
Do my dance
In the morning, I shout hooray. This is gonna be a wonderful day. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early in the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, and how are you? Early
In the morning, I say good morning. Hello, and how are you? Hello, and how are you? Hello, and how are you? Awesome, K3. Wonderful. I hope you are all having a great morning today. We are going to keep on keeping on. I have my Obi-Wan Kenobi shirt on here for May the 4th, one of my favorite days because I love the Star Wars movies. And let's learn our letter sounds, shall we? Yes, we shall.
Frank and Beans. It's the ABC, A to the B, B to the C, C to the D, D to the E, E to the F, F to the G, G to the H, H to the I to the J, J to the K, K to the L, L to the M to the N to the O, O to the P, P to the Q, Q to the R to the S to the T, T to the U, U to the V, V to the W. X, Y, Z. I don't know if you heard that last part. I said W, X, Y, Z. One last time. I said W, X, Y, Z. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, N, W, N, X, N, Y, N, Z. Again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R-S-T-U-N-V-N-W-N-X-N-Y-N-Z. Yeah. Y'all feel that? Now do the rap now. Do the rap now. A is for apple. B is for battle. C is for cattle. D is for dazzle. E is for egg. I love to eat them. F G is for grapes and I love to eat them. H is for hat. I rock red flavors. I is for igloo. Do me a favor. Say the J with me. J. Yeah, cause the next one coming is K. That is for king. Remember that, cause you should always do your thing. L is for laughter, M is for math, sir. N is for nobody's got my swag, sir. O is for only those who P-E-E-P my flows. R is for war, S is for stretch, T is for tour. You was under that. U, I said under. B is for very slick, no blunders. W is for wow, X is for X-ray, Y is for you. Z is the last, hey. And X stands for zebra. Play the song again and I'll see you when I see you. Yeah, I said play the song again and I'll see you when I see you.
All right. K3, we're getting right into the most important letters of the alphabet, our vowels. We're going to pick a little vowel song here we haven't listened to in a while. Here we go. Get your hands up in the air.
These cool letters
right.
are the vowels.
Check them out. Hands up, buddy. A-E-I-O-U. These are the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. Listen to the sounds.
A is a vowel and it has two sounds.
Acorn.
One says its own name.
Acorn.
The other one says apple.
There you go.
E is a vowel and it has two sounds. One says its own name. Eagle. The other one says elephant. Yeah. I is a vowel and it has two sounds. One says its own name. Ice. The other one says insect. And O is a vowel and it has two sounds. One says its own name. Oval. The other one says octopus. Whoa. U is a vowel and it has two sounds. One says its own name. Ukulele. The other one says umbrella. A-E-I-O-U. These are the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. Listen to the sounds. Sing it. A-E-I-O-U. These are the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. Listen to the sounds. Yes. All right. Right on in. I found this. Hope you guys enjoy it. We haven't done these sight words before. These are, boom. Let's do this. This one. The sight words. There we go. Star Wars sight words.
Have of they said want hear me this what help.
Yeah, we're gonna do that again. One more time, guys. K3. We'll move on to the next one.
Have
You know these.
of they said want hear me this, what, help.
All right. That's the first one. But wait, there's more. I thought there was. Maybe not. Let's transition right on into our Days of the Week song. All right, everybody? Here we go. Days of the Week.
Hi, kids. Here is a fun song to help you learn the days of the week. Mother Hen is going to sing it for us. Let's listen.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week.
Now, repeat after Mother Hen. Here we go.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week.
Great job. Now, let's sing it quietly.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week.
Well done. Now, let's try it really loud.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week.
Fantastic. Now, let's sing it really fast.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the days of the week.
All right, day 3. Let's go. It's time for the months of the year.
January, February, March and April, May and June and July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February, March and April, May and June and July, August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Oh, these are the months of the year. Fill them with joy and with cheer, the months of the year.
Excellent, K3. Our days of the week, Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. And tomorrow will be Tuesday. And we already know what day it is, right? Today is Monday, May 4th. May 4th. May the 4th be with you, everybody. May the 4th be with you. All right. May, we finally into a beautiful spring day. I don't see very many clouds out today. When I go outside and I take Zora for a walk, I'm seeing lots of flowers and insects all around and butterflies. Beautiful spring day. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do our pattern. Yellow butterfly, orange butterfly, yellow butterfly. I think this is going to be a B, A, B. So I think this will be orange. Let's check it out. Aha, I was right. Yellow, orange, yellow, orange. Awesome, awesome. Here we go. Let us now set up and count to 100.
Come on, everybody, count with me. Put your hands up and count to the beat. Come on, everybody, count with me. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. Come on, everybody, count with me. Put your hands up and count to the beat. Come on, everybody, count with me. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Just follow DJ Double D. He's the coolest MC, he's the coolest. Just follow DJ Double D. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. Just follow DJ Double D. He's the coolest MC, he's the coolest. Just follow DJ Double D. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. 1, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and now we're at 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and now we're at 50. Come on, everybody, count with me. Come on, everybody, count with me. Come on, everybody, count with me. Count with me. Count with me. Come on, everybody, count with me. Come on, everybody, count with me. Come on, everybody, count with me. Count with me. Count with me. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and now we're at 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and now we're at 70. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and now we're at 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and now we're at 90. Come on, everybody, count with me. Put your hands up and count to the beat. Come on, everybody, count with me. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. Come on, everybody, count with me. Put your hands up and count to the beat. Come on, everybody, count with me. 1 to 100 is where we gotta make it. 1, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Now we made it to 100. I can make it to 100. You can make it to 100. Start the beat over. Let's count and make it to 100. Let's count to 100. Let's count to 100. Let's count to 100. Let's count to 100.
Awesome, K3. All right. Here we go. My favorite part of the day. Read yourself. We're going to get started right away. We're going to stay in one spot. We're going to read the whole time. We're going to clean up quickly and quietly. Let's do our 8-minute dog time. Maybe there's an 8-minute Star Wars time. We'll see. Let's go. Let's find it out. Do a real quick check here. Let's see. Nope. Close, but not quite. There we go. Set this dog off. See if we can get Zora ready to go. Start reading, everybody. Go, 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 go. trained Zoro so well. He doesn't even bark anymore. He knows. He knows it's just a fake dog. He's so smart. All right, everybody. I hope you guys had a great job reading to self. My favorite time is always read to self. Let's take a little break. You've been reading for a while. Hopefully you got started right away. Hopefully you read the whole time. You stayed in one spot. Hopefully you found some great books that you love. All right. Let's take a little break. Get some wiggles out. Move around. All right.
When I first saw this product, I thought it looked kind of crazy. Didn't really understand what the benefits would be, but
Get loose.
Hey, get funky, get down. It's all about your feet. Tippy toes, on your tippy toes. Yeah, no one knows about your tippy toes. Come on, Fred. Tippy toes. Get loose. Hey, funky. Down, down. It's all about your feet. I got that. Click your heels. Just click your heels. Come on, Dorothy. See how it feels. I just want to get home. Really click your heels. Feels good in my heels. Yeah. Nice Skechers. I get loose. Hey, get funky. Get down. It's all about your feet. Just slide. You look fly to the front when you slide. Yeah. Ooh, I love this hardwood floors. Good sliding. Nice. Lippy slide. I get loose. Hey, get funky. Get down. It's all about your feet.
All right. Hey, 3. Awesome songs. We are going to move into, right now, we're going to move into Write to Self. So do get your writing materials. We are continuing to work on our personal narratives, and a personal narrative is a story where something that happened to you. Obi-Wan Kenobi here. A story that happened to you. We're going to look at our writing of a small moment paper, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do today. All right? So when we're writing a small moment, there we go. These are the things that writers do. Writing a small moment, you think just a tiny period in your life. Writers think of something that happened to them. And when you're thinking of that thing that happened to you, I want you to really focus, because I definitely want you to tell me the beginning, the middle, and the end of that thing that happened to you, okay? So your story should have a beginning, a middle, and an end, okay? Then you picture it in your mind, okay? Also, your story should have a problem and a solution, okay? That makes an interesting story. What was the problem? How did it get solved, okay? So 2 things I need you to have: beginning, middle, and end, and a problem and a solution. After you picture that, make that movie in your head, you picture it in your mind, okay? Then you're gonna sketch it on paper, all right? Actually, what I'd like you to do right now is I want you to take some time and think. Just think up your story. Actually, I'll tell you my story because I've already thought about it. I'll tell you my story. And telling you my story is gonna help me write it. And while I'm telling it to you, I'm going to sketch it on paper. Remember, this is not a perfect drawing. This is just me getting my ideas out. So I'm going to tell you about my story. Yesterday, Tucker and I, we went for a jog because Tucker has to keep on running so that he's in shape for soccer. Okay, so Tucker and I went for a jog, and it was a really nice day. I had my hat on because it was sunny, and Tucker, he had my iPhone because he was recording how far he ran and how fast he ran. Tucker needs a haircut. He's had a lot of, me too, actually. We both need a haircut. So Tucker and I went for a jog yesterday, okay? And at the beginning, I was pretty happy with our jog. We were jogging down this nice trail that had wood chips on it, and there were trees in the background, so it was kind of shady. It wasn't too hot, but Tucker runs really fast, okay? And about halfway through our run, I started getting tired. I was not feeling well. Tucker was running so fast that I was starting to get out of breath. He was going too fast for me, and I couldn't keep up with him. So he was way ahead of me. I was still trying to keep up. But sometimes you ever run with somebody and they're too fast for you? Well, Tucker was too fast for me yesterday. He wasn't getting tired at all, and I was so tired. I just felt, I felt almost sick. I was so tired. And he was going so fast, running so fast. But then you know what he said? He said, "Come on, Dad, we're almost there to the end." And we had this stop sign that we were going to stop at. And Tucker encouraged me after he reached the end. He said, "Come," he turned around and he yelled, "Come on, Dad. You're almost there. Come on, Dad." And that, even though I was tired and out of breath and not feeling too well, he encouraged me. And that made me feel a lot better. So notice that in today's writing, oh, I'm sweating. I got beads of sweat all over me. I'm breathing. Oh, not feeling too good. Even though, notice today I talked a lot about our feelings, my feelings, right? At the beginning, I felt pretty good about everything. But then in the middle, I started to feel a little sick when Tucker was too fast for me and I was feeling tired. And at the end of the story, I definitely felt a lot better because Tucker encouraged me. He said, "Come on, Dad, you can do it." And when I finished my run, I was really happy because I got some good exercise in, and that always makes me feel better. And even though I didn't want to do the run, Tucker encouraging me really helped me finish the run. And after I finished the run, I actually felt really good. So we're thinking about our outside of the story is all about the run, right? First I was running, and then Tucker was running too fast for me. But then at the end, he shouted, "Come on, Dad, you can make it." And I finished the story. This is my outside. The inside is my heart. How was I feeling? And my feelings changed too. I was excited at the beginning to do the run. It was a beautiful day. I was happy. Ooh, then I started kind of feeling sick because Tucker was running so quick. I didn't know if I could finish the run. But at the end of the run, I was able to finish it. Today, I would like you to come up and sketch your beginning, your middle, and your end. And I also want you to make sure that you have a problem and a solution. And my problem was Tucker was too fast for me and I got sick. But at the end, he encouraged me and I finished my run, right? So your job today is to make sure that you think of something that happened to you at the beginning, middle, and end. You put it in a picture in your mind. I want you to talk this story out with somebody. And then I want you to have your sketch done today, okay? We're just talking about it and sketching. Tomorrow, we're gonna write words and details on the page. But while you're telling your story, I definitely want you to think about the inside of the story. How were you feeling, okay? All right? Okay, K3. Take some time, hit pause right now, and do your writing. All right, K3, it is now time for math. I need you to go and get your other math book. This is going to be your volume 2 math book. All right, volume 2. We finished volume 1 last week. All right, we're moving on to our next chapter, volume 2. And then I would like you to turn to your chapter 8 measurement. In volume 2, we are going to be right here. There we go. Chapter 8 is our measurement chapter, okay? Measurement means deciding how long or how tall or how much something weighs, okay? We measure things. The essential question for chapter 8 is, how do I describe and compare objects by length, height, and weight? So, real quick, am I ready, Mr. Travers? The first question says, circle the object that is different for number 1. Right? This object is different. These are all the same, right? Number 2, same question. Look at these 4 trees. Circle the object that is different. Same. Oh, this one is taller. Now, on this, we have a vocabulary word for number 3. It says circle the object that is longer. Circle the object that is longer. Longer in Spanish means más largo. There we go. Shorter, longer. This balloon is longer. All right. And then circle the animal you could hold in your hand. Which animal could you hold in your hand? Yeah. You can hold a mouse in your hand. There's no way you could hold an elephant in your hand. Some of your math words today are bigger and smaller. And the directions say, look at the ducks, circle the bigger duck. Which duck is bigger? Actually, it should say circle the biggest duck, because there's more than one duck. Interesting. This duck is biggest of all 4 of the ducks, right? Now, draw an X on the smaller ducks. These ducks are smaller. And then you're going to trace each word. Bigger, because you're comparing. This duck is the biggest, and smaller. And you can see the word small and the word big in these words. Okay? Then it says draw a bigger frog next to the frog. So we have our frog here. It's okay if you don't know how to draw a frog. This is how I draw it. I give a curve. I give him 2 eyes, right? And I'll give him his tongue. And I just give him a curve with some feet. And a curve this way with some feet. And then I have my frog. Boom. Not a bad looking frog right there. And he's definitely bigger. Here are your vocabulary cards. Capacity means how much something can hold. A tub has a bigger capacity than a bucket. Heavier means how much something weighs. Height. The boy is taller, that's your height, than the girl. Holds less, so the capacity here is less, right? There's less in a water bottle than there is in a big water jug. Holds more. Length is how long something is, from one end to the other. Length is when we measure this way. Height is when we measure up or down. Actually, our real words are when we measure vertically, we're doing height. When we measure horizontally, we're measuring length. And you can trace those words. Lighter, the mouse is lighter than the elephant. Longer, now we're comparing length. Long and longer. Short and shorter. Tall and taller. And weight, how much something weighs. Good. Let's go over here. And what we're going to do on this page is we're going to compare length. Okay? We're going to say how long something is. We're going to be measuring horizontally. All right? I'll write my name. All right? Let's read. Compare length. Lesson 1, essential question. How do I compare objects by length, height, and weight? And today, what we are going to use is we are going to use pennies. I'm not sure if you all have blocks, but the book says to use blocks. You can use pennies. So for doing our measurement, you could use blocks, right? Or you could use pennies. And the cool thing about blocks and pennies that I like is they are about the same, okay? If you take a penny and you take a block, one penny and one block are about the same length. See that? Right? So if I put two together and I touch them up, they're about the same. So at home, you can use pennies if you don't have blocks. If you have blocks, go ahead and use blocks. All right? Here we go. Take some time, go get some pennies right now or some blocks because you'll need them for your measuring. You can hit pause before you do that. All right. It says use blocks to make a train shorter than the fish. So let's see, is that shorter than the fish? No, this is longer than the fish. And that's almost the same as the fish, right? So 4 is the same, right? I want something that's shorter, so I'm going to do, I think I'll do 3. 3 is shorter. And it says draw the train above the fish. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to 1, 2, 3 pennies. I'm going to put 3 pennies together. And this is how I'm going to draw my train. You guys ready? I'm just going to draw a box right around my pennies. And then when I take them off, I can draw 1 line down there and 1 line down there, right? So I made a train with pennies above the fish. Now the directions say, use cubes to make a train longer than the fish and draw the train below the fish. Well, hold on. Actually, I'm not going to use cubes. I'm going to use pennies. So I line it up. See the fish's tail starts there, so I'm going to put my first penny, the same line on the tail. Well, that's not longer, that's shorter. No, not yet. Now I'm getting longer. I'm going to get, there's a good train. And we call them a train because they're all connected, right? This wouldn't be a train. They're not connected. That's not a train. They have to all be touching. That's what makes them a train. Okay? It says draw the train below the fish. So just draw a box around, and then I can go down and draw a line between each penny. And now I can see that this train is longer than the fish. This train is shorter than the fish. See this train, if I go down, it only ends up right there, right? Awesome. Let's try the next one here too. For see and show today, you're going to work on length. Length is how long something is when we measure it horizontally, okay? Longer and shorter. Más largo y más corto, all right? Number 1, compare the objects. I'm going to look at them. And notice how they have them lined up here starting at the same point, okay? Really hard to compare objects if they're not lined up at the same point. If I take these two And I say, oh, well, this looks longer, it's sticking further out. No, we got to line them up so that they start at the same place. Like in a race, you got to start at the same place or you're not comparing. Draw an X on the object that is shorter. That marker's running out. There we go. Draw an X on the object that is shorter. Trace a circle around the object that is longer. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to put an X on the object that is shorter. You're going to circle the object that is longer. Number 2 says compare the objects. Draw an X on the object that is shorter. Which net is shorter? Okay, this one is. Draw a circle around the object that is longer. Good. Number 3, compare the objects. Draw an X on the object that is shorter. Wait, I'm confused. Draw a circle around the object that is, but they're this. Oh, if the objects are the same length, underline them. So I want you to kind of do like a long equal sign because equal means the same. On your own, you're going to do the same thing. Shorter, X, longer, circle. If they're the same, underline them. So which one is shorter? This one's shorter, which means this one is longer. Okay? Number 5, which turtle is shorter? This turtle is shorter. This turtle is longer. Wait, these frogs are the same. What do we do for the same? Let me go back. Oh, if they're the same length, we underline. Double underlines, kind of like an equal sign. Which dragonfly is, okay. This dragonfly is shorter. This dragonfly is longer, okay? K3, for your problem solving, it says, use cubes to make a train the same length as a snake. I'm not going to use cubes. I'm going to use my pennies. And I start my penny train at the same place as the snake ends, okay? So let's see, the snake ends there. Well, I don't need this extra one, right? I'll make a nice penny train, I'm right about there. Perfect. So start it at the same spot and draw a line right there, okay? Use cubes to make a train longer than the snake. Draw a shorter snake above the snake and a longer snake below the snake. So hold on. Use connecting cubes to make a train the same length. I did that. Use cubes to make a shorter. Oh, now I need to make a shorter snake. Oh, that's easy. I'll just take some away. There. Now I have a shorter snake. And if I wanted to make a longer snake, I just add some pennies on, right? And then it says draw a shorter snake above the snake and a longer snake below. So above's going to go up here. So I'll take some pennies away. And this can be my shorter snake, right? I'd draw a box around this, and I'd have a shorter snake. Then I'd come down here, and below they want us to make a longer snake. So I'm going to add some more pennies. And there. Trace that, and I have my longer snake. All right? K3, go for it, rock and roll. It is happy May the 4th, everybody. May the 4th be with you, and I will see you in our Zoom meeting. Bye, everybody.